And listen. Welcome to Garage Talk meets Candis's Candid Talk. I'm here yet again with some familiar faces. This one in particular across from me with the red and white top 5 apparel on. Y'all know who this is. Definitely, if you are a part of the car culture, car show world, I have Nava, the HNIC.
Steve Daddy.
Next to him. Ladies and gentlemen, you might not know him. He's new on the scene. He is the underdog in the car show world right now. This is his first year popping out, appearing. Tell the people your name.
Steven, I'm the owner of Olive Oil, and thank you very much, Candace, for having me on your platform, and thank you, Nava, too.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. It's an honor. So thank you very much.
And we're going to get into olive oil later. So y'all probably don't know who olive oil is, but y'all, he said y'all know, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. But listen. It's not just them two in the building. I got the whole top 5 crew. They all around me. I'm telling you, they deep in here. And Steve, you are originally from Miami.
Yes, ma'am.
And you now live in Houston.
Correct.
Okay. And I'm going to start with you. What got you into the car culture?
I just grew up there. I grew up in the Mecca, and just being born and raised and growing up in Opelika and Dark Side, West Side, all that good stuff. I seen them cars growing up. I always wanted to have them there. But priorities as a man, I'm married. I have 2 daughters. I got married at 19. Had my daughters at a young age. I had to just focus on getting them to a secure spot before I can do what I want to do, and I didn't want to do it halfway. So now this is the moment in which I can do that, and I'm up against the biggest dog on the planet. So it's love.
How'd it feel sitting next to him? Y'all going head to head in a little bit.
That's amazing. When I bust his ass, I'm going against the greatest. You know what I mean? But like Nava's the greatest. I knew Nava way before he knew me. I lived my own little world with my business world and so on and so forth. I seen him out there with the wicks and the golds, looking all stupid and shit. And I said, you know what? That one person, it wasn't until he recognized me, like when he spoke on me, like I'm bust his ass, that I would have never came at the dog like that. I was shooting shots at other people.
So when was that when he recognized you?
I got on a live with I got on a live.
That's wrong, Nava.
You know that's wrong.
I got on a live with Dollar, and Dollar showed me love in a moment. Never seen you, never heard of me, never known. So I got on that live, and when it went from there, Dollar started talking again, and I didn't know Dollar's car was a car that I loved. Like I seen that car, and I was trying to explain to people the kind of car, like the dash and this and that, and
it was the inside or the color itself.
The whole thing.
The whole car.
Dollar shit, fucking. I mean, I can curse, man.
Oh, you can curse.
Dollar car crazy, So it was the first one. I love Trav's car because he had a 7.2. That was my favorite at the time. And I seen Dollar car, and I said, no, like that's hard. Now I'm trying to explain to people. I'm showing it to my homeboys. I watched for a year.
This was before you even started building your car.
For a year before I even bought the car.
Okay.
I just sat there on my back porch at the big house. You can come to the big house. I got a room for you.
You was having wet dreams about my dog.
I got a room for you, nigga.
You were looking at my dog. You were looking at my dog. She having wet dreams.
I'm gonna fool your ass out. Anyway. No, Nava gonna come to the big house.
Cooking on them raw ass steaks.
Nava gonna come to the big house.
To the big house. Your house was the big house in Houston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They know the big house. Anyways, I got on the line with Dollar, and Dollar kind of embraced me in the game and kind of talked to me about a lot of the shit. And it took me like a year watching this. And I bought a 7.2 like Trav got. But it was a hard top. And some of my homeboys from Miami was like, bro, don't spend all that money on no hard top. That's ain't what you want. So I was sitting there one night again on the back porch and found a 73 Vert, OG, all clean. Bought the shit. And the word on the street is that the dunk game stressful. Wasn't gonna be stressful for me.
So you're not stressed at all. Like this process has not been stressful for you at all.
No, like I started off trying to get some audio done in Houston, trying to get this done. And then it reminded me where everybody kept saying that. And I just kind of watched everybody. And I said, look, I'm going to just send it to the best builder in the country. It's not the cheapest, but I'm going to send it to the best builder in the country.
Nava, what's that look for?
I just heard the best builder.
Yeah, the best builder in the country. You know, like, so if someone can do that, they would do that too. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got time for that. You know, I'm gonna send it down there. I'm not here. I can't move my car from one shop.
So there was no. So you're saying Houston didn't have anybody up to par as it relates to building your build or what you had envisioned.
So no disrespect to Houston, but Houston, they do cars a different way.
Okay.
And I had to explain when I did those 2 shops. I had to explain what I wanted to see and how I wanted to be. I had to explain the South Florida vert. Like if you go look at that video when they dropped my car off at I-95, there was big 6x9s in the back seat with a sleeve, like a sock on it. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done with it. I don't have time to deal with this shit. I sent it to South Florida so that I don't have to explain certain things. I can tell you what the colors I want, how I want it to be.
And you know it's going to be done.
And it's going to be done. And I can go do what I really do.
So when they started the process on your car there, it was just a lot of back and forth with them not understanding your vision for the vehicle, for the car, for the vert.
Crazy shit. Like I'm a businessman, you know, like I'm from Opa-locka, but when I get to catching Ubers at 1 a.m. and putting stuff in my book bag because like I'm upset, I learned I'm not finna let this don't game stress me out. Like this, I got a wife, I got daughters. I made it out of there, and I'm not trying to let this shit pull me back. Like I'm not gonna jeopardize my life and my family's life on no car.
Right.
So at that moment, literally, I got that car and I sent it to I-95.
And how long has I-95 had it?
6.5 months.
6.5 months. So as far as you seeing the process on it, it was like via phone with the FaceTime videos and things like that.
FaceTime. I came down to see my grandma for Christmas. I saw the car. I came down back in April, saw the car, and then yesterday.
So I saw you ride. You was
with the wife and kids. Yeah. They don't want to come to a car show, so they wanted me to bring them out. They wanted to ride in it first, see it first before the world got to experience it.
How I felt.
Right. I'm a girl dad, so you know I didn't want to do that, but that's what they say. They hear, and that's what we had to do. And just watching them look at it, I told somebody in the comments like, no corny shit. It's like God touched me. Like to see my daughters look back, and it's like Nava said on his interview, you know, all the stress. I told Nava this morning, no cap. You pull that top back and ride, like all this work shit, all this stress shit.
Just when I was
gone. All I can see is my daughters and my wife trying to hold a hat down. Remember he had that bucket hat? He was looking real sensitive. Remember he had that bucket hat? He trying to hold
it down while he was riding.
You know, yeah. My wife got one of those. Anyway, so when that happened, I knew exactly what Nava was talking about. He's experienced that for 10 years. That's what I'm most jealous about.
That he's been able to experience what you got to experience for the first time, right?
For the first time, yesterday.
Wow. Yesterday.
This nigga been doing this shit
for a minute.
1,000 times.
How them diamond seats feel?
We about to, yeah.
Like butter, nigga. You ever had a Dior bag?
That's what they look like.
You ever had a Dior bag? You ever feel the leather on the Dior bag? That shit's silky.
It look like gator.
So that's what the seats felt like, you said?
Fuck yeah, it's all leather. My daughter said, Daddy, this smell like a brand new car. And I'm like, nah, baby girl, this all leather. There's no vinyl in that car. There's none.
Nava.
We talking big bag shit.
Nava, you think Steve ready? This is his first car show. He an underdog. I hear him talking, but what's your take on that? Like you think he ready?
Steve coming with a great introduction.
Thanks to you.
I mean, I love it. But Steve just don't know his ass is out. I'm talking about dead in the living room. June 1st, your ass dead in the living room. You and them damn alligator ass insides you got is dead in the living room June 1st.
You up under the tree with them? I heard that's where they spot at, up under the tree at the
So,
promised land.
so we got two things.
He try to get bougie. He want to go up to the door, and he don't want to be out there in the
he don't want to be out there.
Yeah. Don't let this nigga charge you up.
So where you you're not gonna be under the tree. Where you gonna be, Steve?
No, I'm absolutely gonna be on that tree, and them niggas better get there quick, cause I'm put that RV on that bitch, and none of y'all niggas parked there. He called the fade. Pull a car to the front. So there's two different things.
Okay.
There's the key, right? And I know now I have has a certain opinion about the key, you know, and the judges and so on and so forth. And I'll let him speak on that.
Yeah, in a minute.
But you know, there's the first portion of it, right? Now after that, we gonna go into his playground. We going to his yard, which is under the olive trees.
The olive trees now, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go under the olive trees and let the people vote. And yeah, I understand I'm the underdog. I just ain't never ran from a fade in my life.
Nah, but I want to ask you this though. And I think we kind of touched on a little bit in our the very first interview, but I want to ask you, do you feel like with this being the third annual car show, do you feel like it's a lot of pressure riding on you? It could be pressure from Florida, period, South Florida. Like, do you feel heavy going into this car show? Like,
hell nah, man. Shit ain't no pressure. No pressure, man. No sweat off my back. It's what I do. I was made for this shit for real.
So your mindset going in is what?
Shit, win.
That's it.
That's it.
Ain't no doubt in your mind.
Hell nah.
That's it. That's it.
Nah.
Okay.
Losing ain't an option.
And you feel how you feel? I know you kind of described and you touched on it a little bit, but how do you feel going into this first car show? Like as far as your build, as far as what you have to compete with?
I think that like I'm kind of skipping a lot of shit in the sense that like I'm going like all the way ahead. I'm paying for experience. I'm paying for the time that Nava took. And that's why I respect Nava. Cause he went through each individual step. But I'm paying people to get it to a point where I don't have to have those same headaches. Like it's not even about nada. It's about the mere fact that the don't game is stressful, and I don't have time for that.
So do you think with saying that, do you think that takes away from the actual experience? Like he's been like through the mud, like I said, with over 10 years plus doing this thing. Like that's the process. You get, you fail and try to have a mindset. Look, like he just said, like it's not an option. And that mentality comes from probably not being where he wanted to be each time he probably built the car, whatever the case is. That's the process. So when you go through the process, you understand yourself and that character's been built. So you don't think that skipping that process takes away from the experience of it?
No, I ain't gotta put my hand on the stove to know it's hot. I'm smart enough to understand from people like Nava that tell me there's certain things, like and even on the back line, like just listening to them when we all popping our shit and talking shit to each other, they give me game. They tell me things. There's certain ways that you drive your car. There's certain ways you do things. So no, I ain't gotta put my hand on the stove and learn that it's hot. At the end of the day, I don't have time to go through the shit that's occurred. Now I've been doing this shit since like 2010 or something, maybe even earlier than that. Like, I don't know. It's just as far as the YouTube videos go back. But I watch and I listen to him and I hear what he's saying. And I don't want none of them problems. I don't have time for that. I could have had them problems if I would have jumped out and got a vert back when he got a vert.
Right.
But no, we at the end of the day too, it's all about my wife and my daughters jumping in that vert and riding. No heartaches.
And getting that feeling that you had.
Yeah. And that's the end goal.
All right, so now, but to you, at the Classic back in 2022, I believe your fender got hit. But whatever happened to that? Did you put it on the shop? Did you know if I been fixed? I know it was some little stuff behind that. I think you uploaded the video for these.
Oh yeah. At the Classic, and niggas just hanging out vibing, and I jumped out of the car to go fix a drink. I'm fixing the drink, and my dog slide back and like, Man, motherfucker hit your car. I come back and see. So dude turning, he turning, and my car sitting like my car parked actually. The dude turning, and for whatever reason, I don't know if he take his eyes off the wheel or whatever. Long story short, his bumper end up into my quarter, and he just mashed that bitch. So I come out to the car like, damn. So we exchange word, we do what we do, but he keep it P, and he gave me 10 bands on the spot. This Saturday night. We had the classic. It killed my whole vibe. Went straight to the gas station, gas the car, and just cleared it back to the crib. I ain't gonna get my clothes, no nothing. Stumping that bitch. I got back to pumping in about 2 hours. I was so mad.
No, but this your second time having this particular color. So this the rebirth of this particular color. Look like guacamole a little bit. The colors. What makes this? Because you seem to like this color. What makes you need this particular?
Out of all my bills, this was one of my favorite combinations. Car I had, the 72, it was a cold bucket. And I knew it was a bucket, right? But I never ran around and, you know what I'm saying, talk shit like I had one of the cleanest cars in the world, or like my shit was just the rawest in the world. This shit a bucket, but the combination cold. So I really bought the 73. I was gonna put that combination on another car, do it clean. But once I got the 73, it was like, man, hold on. I'm gonna go a whole nother route after wrecking that. And I come back with the 71. I was gonna do the 71, this same combination right here. And when I got down to it, I got cold feet. I was like, nah. Did the
cold feet? Why?
I was like, don't bring it back. And I was like, fuck it, I'll do something different. I did the blue and burgundy, right? So I always had it in the back of my mind. If I ever had to do it again, I'm definitely coming back with the green and gold, because sliding around doing these car shows, etc. I done took the blue and burgundy on tour already. We done went like, I forget how many states. We had 16 shows one year all across the, you know what I'm saying? All right, this the chance. I said, all right, I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm gonna go in and do what the people want. I'm gonna do what really like gave me the Instagram hype, which was the green and gold. I'm steady getting booked now. You know what I'm saying? But them same people who booked me year before last, they wouldn't be booking me now if I'd have came back with the same blue and burgundy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I just went back to what I felt like it was my fave, and I felt like it was the people who support me and like what I do. I know that was their fave as well. So, and I mean, I got my man right here, so I can't really tell you too much. Yeah, because he got you know what I'm saying, he got the bread, the resources, he can like make adjustments. So I don't want him to I want him to make no adjustments. I want him to be right where he at. I'm gonna nail his ass to the cross June 1st. So I'm gonna say this: June 1st, you'll see, and you just go back to what you saw Easter, and what you'll see June 1st, and you'll see the swag that's added to it. That's it.
All right. What you saying? Like you think about something.
He can't
Say what you got.
He can't.
What you got?
No, like I'm looking forward to it. You know, he only got 6 days left. He got to get back in the shop. He got to do what he got to do.
So you ain't really worried?
Hell no. No. I mean, no. Like this is a different situation. You know what I mean? We talking about like heavy level detail stuff we talking about here. Like we talking about a whole nother level. There's levels to it. You know, just like Nada said, it ain't fair to have low rider judges when we on a different level. He want to pull up, pop his doors, leave a trail of smoke. Do that. But we talking about some real detail shit here. We taking these cars to a whole nother level. Yeah, my shit. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I know, you know, as he started to recognize that this shit is a little different, and that I'm a competitor, and I match that same energy that he has, and the resources and the abilities are endless. He drives me to make sure that I can't let him. Yeah. So you know this different.
So
you know.
Blueprint right now.
Yeah, he the goat. He the person to look at the beat. And then when you got that person to beat, I'm relentless with this war.
What makes so it's a whole bunch of the car culture is huge. It's each, you know, state got what they call they top.
Sure.
So I know you said because you're from Florida, but what makes the top 5 crew? What makes Nava and his crew the go-to crew? Let me ask them boys about the build of the game of the process. Yeah. What's so unique about them? What's special about them?
Nava got the first key. Yeah, there ain't no disrespect here. I'm just gonna bust his motherfucking ass. There ain't no disrespect. He got the first key. I do my research. Everything is calculated. This ain't no random bullshit I'm doing here. If I'm gonna go for the key, I need to find the 1,000-pound gorilla.
And that's him right now.
Yeah, he ride around. He got the little wicks and shit. He got the little bucket hats and shit. Yeah, I know. That's why I like this now.
This the whole switch up. This ain't no gold teeth off no more. This what?
This
What about that switch up?
This novel that's about to get
more
to the
laid
bread.
back and chill novel.
Yeah, this the different novel.
But
so when you took the goals out,
see, it wasn't the goals or none of that shit changed me. I'm gonna tell you what changed me. I'm living right now at this point. I'm living the second half of my life, man, and I'm just enjoying this shit. Man, I was ejected out of the car at 70 miles per hour, top back, on the turnpike, and I survived that shit, man. So, I mean, you getting thrown out that car like that and knocked on your ass, you sit your ass down somewhere too. You know what I'm saying? That shit humbled me. You know what I'm saying? So when you see the humble me, that's one of the main reasons. That shit really humbled me for real. So I just really like I say, I'm living the second half of my life, man, and I'm enjoying it. So I just sit back and play it how it come. You know what I mean?
When that car, accident, I know your car was told. We talking about that a little bit too. Did somebody get you? When you got out of the hospital, did somebody get you another car?
So Buck 3000. I'm in the hospital, and what Buck do is dude got a car for sale, and Buck buy the car and just hold the car for me till I get out the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Cause nigga know I wasn't giving up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want another car. I need another car. So Buck grabbed the car for me and hold it down till I came and got the car, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was just some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Buck, we about to hear from him in a minute too.